So hello, I really want to welcome all of you for coming this evening. I'm really excited that you're here. This is something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm excited that we get to share this with you. My name is Miranda Foster, and I'm a manual osteopath, a manipulative physiotherapist, and I love helping people thrive in health and wealth. And I'm excited today to explain to you later on how I plan to mix all of this together to really help people, again, thrive in their health and wealth. And joining me today also is Allison, who is the #1 ranked superfood distributor here in Canada, as well as a gut health and wealth empowerment coach. And she's also here with her husband, Jared. And welcome, you two.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Allison's going to start with sharing some amazing information and her story, and then we're going to talk more about how amazing this is for healthcare workers, because that's really what this evening's conversation is about how this kind of business really pairs amazingly with healthcare workers, and or is an amazing transition from being in healthcare into still helping and serving others with their health and creating our own thriving business. So we'll definitely I'll definitely be talking about that later. But let's start with Allison this evening.
Yes, well, thank you. Yes, you couldn't say that better, that this is truly a tool to be able to help so many people. And it started with helping myself. So I went into this actually, I wasn't in the healthcare world. I was actually in fashion, but I wanted so badly my whole life to help people. But you know what got in the way? It was actually for me, I had a lot of learning disabilities. And so school got in the way for me of being able to get that degree to be able to call myself, something official, and going into something, what the options that were available to help people were really not very few. So I wanted to help people so badly, but I went to styling. That was kind of where I felt I could do at least help people look better. But when I truly, I came to this with, it came to me, I would say, when I had put out that I really want to heal myself. I went through the whole world of going through all of the, you know, the standard way of healthcare. My family's doctors. I have a lot of doctors in my family, and I was put on medication from a really young age. So since I was 10 years old, I was on Ritalin. I had been diagnosed as I had depression, anxiety, and then after having kids, I was diagnosed as bipolar. So by the time I was in my 30s, I was on like 5 different medications. And I knew that there had to be another way. And when I put that out into the universe, I really wanted to heal, because all of these were just band-aids. When I put out that I really wanted to deeply heal, this opportunity came into my life. So it didn't present itself as an opportunity at the time. It was just as gut health. So my friend, who I met through actually through social media, she was really inspiring to me. She was a mom raising her kids plant-based, and just seemed to have this really, really healthy lifestyle. And we started talking, and she just said, she's like, you got to do this. You have to try this ultimate lifestyle transformation. We were talking a little bit about mental health. I also had eczema, IBS. I had a few little health issues that were actually so normalized that I kind of thought this was just, normal. And so I first, went into this not knowing very much about it. I just knew I had heard the gut-brain connection, and I was luckily open-minded to try this. And when I tried it, actually, my husband wasn't even really on board. It was just for me. I started taking it, and I had such a profound transformation from it. Like first of all, the first the real noticeable changes were mental health for me. And that's something that I struggled with for so long, and I had still been on medications for it. But while I started to take it every day, I started to feel more in control of my mind, and other things like, yeah, my energy improved greatly. I used to, as soon as I would get home from work, I would go right into bed. I used to be really tired, and I have two kids. I wasn't able to be the mom I wanted to be. I was drinking a lot of coffee. And so that was another thing I noticed. My energy levels, I stopped needing coffee, which happened really organically. I never, went into this thinking I'm going to quit coffee or I'm going to stop doing anything. It kind of came and met me into my life. And what really also changed was my eczema, which I had been dealing with, going to skin doctors all the time, getting different creams. Nothing really worked. And for the first time ever, it was all over my hands. I was like, oh my goodness, my eczema is clearing up. Okay. All of these things started to happen within the first 30 days of taking this. And then my husband started to take it as he started to see my improvements. He was open to taking it. And just started with a green juice and a few of he wasn't following it exactly to the program, but he was just kind of taking it in. And he started to see incredible benefits, like his asthma and allergies started to go away. And this is also something that he had been followed by many doctors. He was, on insulin. He was, or what do you call it? Ventolin, sorry, Ventolin, not insulin. He was on Ventolin and he was on Benadryl and all these like allergy medications. And he started to notice he wasn't needing them. And when I saw these things happen between the two of us, I just said, okay, I see, in like all around us, there's so many people with all of these same symptoms. And I just naturally wanted to share this with other people. So I partnered with the company, just thinking I'm going to, help my uncle with this and I had a few people, family and friends in mind that I knew really could benefit from this. I never thought I could make this into a business. But what happened really organically was I started to share it with people and I started to see the health benefits one after the other of people empowering themselves, really, because for so long, right, doctors don't tell you you can heal yourself. That's something that you never hear a doctor say that. I mean, there are some people within I guess in the medical practice that may sort of slip in their own thing, but you never, I know that the system doesn't empower people to heal themselves. They want to give a Band-Aid solution or treat a sickness. And what really, really was the biggest gift to me in all of this that I want to pay forward was that someone told me, well, Taz, the woman who introduced me, who happened to also have like a science medical background, she went through that whole system, and she had Crohn's herself, right? So she experienced her own self-healing, and that's what kind of got her to go a more holistic route. And she gave me that gift to say, like, you can heal yourself. And just not that, those are words I had never heard before. And so just that alone was just super empowering, and I wanted to pay that forward. So I started to share it with friends and family and on my social media, and it got a lot of people were praying for this. I didn't know how, I guess because I didn't know that much going into it about glyphosates in our food supply. I didn't know about gut health that much, but these are things that people are starting to wake up to. And I think this is just the time now. People are waking up to self-empowered healing. They're waking up to reading labels and learning more, going deeper into what's in our food supply, what's in our medications, what are and look, I think that people are ready to take responsibility for their health, and this is the first step for me. It was so easy to instead of telling someone just eat healthy, or what does that mean to people? Like, often people are told okay, you just have to you have to eat better, but we're not given great information in our in our programs, in our schools, in our government, and all of that. And so this program, what I loved was it was so complete. It was easy to follow. It gave structure, and it really meets everyone where they're at. So for me, what I've truly, not only just my own personal healing that's come out of it, because honestly, my health and my husband's health, I know we're both like, we can't believe, as we're getting older, we're feeling better and better every day. We're having more energy, and getting, all of the health issues that we had are going away. But the gift to be able to help others has truly tapped into some true calling, like a real purpose that I've always had inside me that the system never gave me an option for, because there was so, right, like there's just so many barriers in the way. And even I went into actually social work for, I studied social work a while ago. And I remember one of the reasons why I didn't pursue it was because of all of the red tape around how we can actually help someone, how much we can really help someone. And that frustrated me, because I truly do feel we all have a gift to be able to help people, and people who are, really called, they go in, they're called to be healers. And oftentimes, and I work with a lot of nurses here now, actually, two of them are on this call. So I may call upon, hey, Nisha. So what I truly find is a gift is that the people who went into nursing, or the people who went into healthcare, truly went into it because they want to help people. I truly believe that. And I know that the system doesn't make it easy all the time. There's I know that, speaking to my nurse friends, I know how overworked, how undervalued, and how the system doesn't set them up to be able to really help people in the way that oftentimes we want to truly help people. It's just, there's a lot of, we're starting to see the flaws exposed in that system right now that's not empowering people. And I think this is where we're really going back. And so we're drawing in a lot of nurses right now. I know, just given the circumstances of what's going on in the world, but also just that true purpose, that burning desire to really help people. So, this is a way that anyone, first of all, can help people. You don't have to be a nurse, or you don't have to be, someone who's already had that experience. This allows the average person to be able to help their neighbor and to be able to help someone in their community. And every one of us, I know, has the power to inspire someone else with our story. So it all starts with healing ourselves. That's the way I share this business, is actually not so much as a business. I start to share it just through heal yourself. And when you heal yourself, you're able to inspire and pay that forward to someone else. So, Jared, did you want to touch a little, and then maybe we'll speak a little bit
Thanks,
to Nisha.
Miranda. That was beautifully said. And I think, personally speaking, like when I was exposed to, like, I was very fortunate growing up. I was never really that ill with anything serious. But when I started seeing Allison, I saw she was taking these medications. She's going to see doctors, psychiatrists, things like that. Some runs in the hospital a little bit. And you just start to see some gaps, right? Like, for instance, like the food that they serve in hospitals. It's appalling that there's like zero nutritional value in the food. And that is a reflection of the system in place, where they don't really put an emphasis on nutrition. So right there is a gaping hole that we have to fill by making better choices, right? And a lot of people aren't really informed. Their MD might not inform them of that they can empower, they can heal themselves with their diet, at least give an opportunity to heal first through food, food as medicine, right? So that was a real learning experience. And then more and more, I just love to see how someone like Allison, who was driven to heal people, and more nowadays, it's more common for healers to just share their own journey as a path for others to heal. If their story resonates with somebody, then they're going to have a better opportunity to heal themselves. So all this is doing is allowing her to have that opportunity to heal thousands of people already, just through the gift of gut health. Like, it's just something that's not really talked about. It's deemed as like pseudoscience, I'm sure, amongst the top experts. But what we're seeing is that it's a direct connection to your mental health and your physical health. If the soil is depleted of its nutritional value, then our gut flora is as well. So it makes sense that there's this rapid decline happening in overall health, that there's a lot more cardiovascular disease. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the US,
Obesity,
obesity, and these preventable
cancer, yeah.
illnesses that get zero attention in mainstream media. It's up to the layperson or the non-expert to really infiltrate and make a difference. So I'm so happy that Allison found an outlet for her abilities and her talent and her drive and her mission. And we're being compensated fairly for that. And I see no issue with her having not gone through the academics and the experiential processing of it all to help people. There should not be any red tape when someone can heal someone else. There should be nothing in the way of that, no blockage. And some people actually get frustrated with her. We have family friends who are sworn to that old dated system who are like, she's not allowed to help people. She can't give medical advice, which she doesn't.
I don't.
Yeah, she suggests things that work for her and thousands of other people. But, there's really no issue with that. So to see her now in this position of leadership and success, and she retired me from my old job, which is I'm so grateful for, because I can spend more time with her and our kids and work on our passions. So it's been an incredible opportunity, and my only regret is not having started sooner.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Jared. Yeah. It's so true that, food is thy medicine. Let food, like Hippocrates said, and there's no emphasis of that in the healthcare system. So I just think this is exactly like what you said. It was a gaping hole for me in my healing journey and for so many others that at least try first through natural, right? And try first through experiential, experience it for yourself. We can't, medication, these things they're not getting to the root. They're always just something to treat a symptom, but then, oftentimes, more likely than not, they're going to have an adverse side effect of something else that then down the line needs to be treated, and it's not getting to the root. So I'm such a strong believer now in root healing, addressing the gut health, addressing your gut. And we've seen incredible miracles happen with this. So one after the other, all the way from people with addictions to people with chronic illness to literally near, death, on their, all ranges of people, and even just healthy people, just because it's preventative. This is something to help you live a better life than you would. And this is easy access to things that we can't find in grocery stores. So I want to just talk a little bit about what we're talking about here. We're talking about organic, whole food, living food, raw nutrition. So for instance, what we have in our most popular package is the protocol. We can share it here just to show you. Is that?
Yep. Share that now.
Yeah. Or if you want to just go to transformation, they have it right there. Oh. Yeah. So okay, so this is the most popular package that most people start with. It's a 30-day program. And they say they have it 30 days for a reason, because this isn't just a one-time thing. This is actually a gateway into a lifestyle. And this is how we started. Okay, so it's Biomedic, which is our pre and probiotic. This is also what's removing glyphosate, which we can go into that in another call. But this is really like a filter for our food system, and it's also repairing the gut. So regrowing the villi, growing back the membrane, and really just making sure that we absorb everything. And for so many people, all their health issues are rooted in the gut. So we're seeing huge benefits from that. Then there's the green juice, which is the power shake. It's our daily green juice. You start every day with an alkaline, organic, delicious, easy to make green juice. it is just kind of it's the missing piece in so many people's lives because it's easy access. Not everyone has time, especially nurses I know don't have time to be juicing. I'm sure of that. So most people don't. And this is a way to stay consistent. So we, start every single day with an alkaline green juice, and then you can have another one later on in the day when you get hungry. So it's like 2 meals. They say this is each one is so complete. It's got like all of your nutritional needs met in there, everything, like high levels of everything.
Plus, it's the process is air drying, raw dehydration, so it's low heat, it's cold dehydration, so that preserves the living enzymes. And when they're reactivated in water, so we suggest you drink it quickly within 15 minutes. And this is same technology used by NASA, to prepare to give to astronauts for space food. So very cool. And yeah, it's just the nutritional equivalent of 6 microgreen salads. So to have that every morning instead of like a muffin, I think it does the body good.
Yeah, it got me off coffee too. It's all about replacing a bad habit for a good habit. So starting your day with green juice is just magical. Like I couldn't go a day without it now. Then there's aminos, which are amazing. There's actually medical grade amino acids, and it's the fermented plant, soy-free vegetable aminos, and it was first invented actually for patients in comas. So for patients who are bedbound, so that they didn't have muscle atrophy, they didn't lose their muscle, and they've noticed that in active people, it actually helps to you can build muscle faster on them. It also tightens your skin, also great for mental acuity. So that truly has given me it gives me energy. I feel stronger than ever, and we love our aminos. Then there's cherry juice, which you take 100% organic tart cherry juice every night. And I was on sleeping pills every night. So I know so much of, especially our Western world is dependent on sleeping pills, some kind of sleep aid. This has completely gotten me off of that. And I never thought I could get off of those medications. I was on really strong medications. Actually, melatonin stopped working for me, so I had to take like Seroquel and Ativan. I was on really strong medications at night. I was addicted, and this has gotten me off of all of that. And it's also very high in antioxidants. And
it's an anti-inflammatory. So I used to take Advils for muscle pain, headaches, or anything. Now I have tart cherry juice, and it's like a more natural way to treat those things, and it tastes awesome.
And it's safe for kids, which we love because you can't give kids melatonin or anything like that. That's so horrible. So this is a natural way to help calm the nervous system before bed. So we take this every single night. And then we have our cleanser, which the last 10 days is a parasite cleanse portion, which so many of us don't know. We're walking around with parasites, and they are controlling our thoughts. They're controlling our cravings. So I did this. I didn't think I had parasites, but I truly noticed a huge difference in my behavior, in my mood, and it also is just a great colon cleansing, which we all should do, at least once a year. So this is how we start, and then most people continue taking these 4 things, minus the parasite cleanse portion, but the other 4 things every day, and that's the way. This is our lifestyle, and this is I'm just gonna stop sharing. This is our lifestyle, and this is how we're able to empower so many people, because it's giving them the right environment. That's all what it's about. None of these foods are healing anyone. It's not about the foods being the healing. It's about our bodies being able to heal themselves and given the right environment. So that's what this does.
Yeah. And I know, coming from a place of real skepticism at the beginning, I did not like the idea of taking a green juice, of adopting something like this. But what I noticed was I did it for 30 days, and then when we ran out, all my symptoms came back. I started wheezing again. My bloating was back. I felt tired, lethargic. And I knew that these products made a big difference in my day-to-day. So adopting that new healthy ritual of like a green juice in the morning instead of coffee really was a game changer. And I'm actually saving money by not buying breakfast. I'm prolonging the fast in the morning, which is great for just daily upkeep and maintenance. And just it
It
makes it
helps
really
you
easy.
also just not have cravings. When you're satisfying on a cellular level, you're not going to crave that sweet, that muffin when all these things that we sort of have cravings usually because we're not, our food is so depleted of nutrition that our bodies are always craving something. So whether you're craving salt or sugar, it's usually a mineral or, vitamin deficiency. So I think that this is just great for keeping making sure you're on top of all your nutrition, and then it kind of has magical
Mhm.
effects as you go. But
It's
that's
foundational, and without it, I think you're kind of you should be stacking your cards nutritionally wise, because preparing your immune system for sickness or anything like that. And this is really the best approach because the biomedic, which is one of a kind, there's nothing else like this that is proven to remove glyphosate. Start with that in terms of absorption. All the healthy food that you eat after that, you're going to get way more out of that food. You're going to retain more of the benefits from those foods if you lay the foundation, right?
Go ahead, Miranda. I wasn't sure if
Mm.
I should invite if I should let if I should invite Nisha now, or if you
I
wanted to
think that
say
would be
something
great.
before.
I think that would be, I'd love to hear from her. Thank you.
Okay, okay, awesome. Nisha, if you're okay to unmute yourself, are you in a place where you have a connection or?
I think you're just going to a quiet
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, Nisha, I would love to hear a little bit. I know you're a very busy nurse and now you're looking to kind of pivot as well. Just if you can share a little bit about your experience with Curium.
With pleasure. So, sorry, I'm just coming home. um, so yes, I've been a nurse for the last 8 years, and my really good friend was telling me about Purium. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna get an ultimate lifestyle transformation package and try and become a brand partner. So to be honest, I didn't even really get into it that much when I first got it. I was kind of busy, just not really taking things that seriously. But then I realized like working so much and I was having 3 coffees a day and I just felt like I was gaining weight and just low energy, devitalized. And I was like, well, I do have all these products at home, like might as well since I got them. So um, I started with the green shake and I felt like it just tasted like brain food. Like I just was like, oh wow, this is hydrating. It's nourishing. I feel good. Um, and then I was also taking the cherry juice, which was kind of like a glass, like instead of having a glass of red wine, I would have this at nighttime and it would just kind of be like my chill glass. Um, and then I my friend also was telling me about these aminos and how she took them and like it flattened her stomach. So I was like, oh, I guess I should try that. Um, so lo and behold, I take the daily core 4 pretty much every day now. Um, I felt that it made me feel good. And that's when I realized I could share this. Like initially, when I signed on as a brand partner, I didn't really know how I would be able to share this. I don't think of myself as a salesperson. I'm a nurse and I help people with their health issues. I didn't really see myself as somebody that could also be in a position to heal or help others heal. And when I started feeling the effects for myself, that's when I realized that I can share this. And yes, I do work full time. I'm also studying functional nutrition right now, and I don't have so much time as much as I think I should for, devoting, but I know that this is something that's growing. It's an evolution for me. I'm learning each and every day how I can share this better. And I think that if you don't put any pressure on yourself thinking, oh my gosh, no, I'm not good at sales or anything, you just let that go and just say, well, I know that we have access to these wonderful, they're literally life-changing products. And it just will speak for itself. and those that are interested and resonate with you will come to you, and that's really fun.
Amazing. Well, thank you for sharing, Nisha. That's like, and exactly all we're doing is we're sharing a gift. We actually get, when you become a brand partner, you get a gift card, and that's the way this works. So no sales. I had no experience in sales. I should have emphasized that as well, because that was something that I could have never seen myself doing. I know it, a terrible salesperson, like I couldn't do that. But what I love is that we get to, we're living product. We're like living this lifestyle, and, we get to share with people that, we get $50 gift cards. We get $100 gift cards on the package, actually. So for anyone who, invited you here, they actually have over $100 gift card for you. So that's just really amazing that we get to just give people a gift to try for the first time. Everyone, I bought this because Taz had given me $100 off, and I thought, well, that's awesome. I'm going to redeem this because that's a really big savings. And that's what we get to do, is actually just give people option. If you're not feeling good, this can help you. So thank you for sharing, Nisha.
Thanks, Nisha.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I love that story. And just the words that came to me when you're sharing was literally just living by example, right? Be the change that excites and inspires other people. And that's, you don't ever then have to sell, because you are the example. You are feeling better, and everyone else is just like, oh my gosh, I want to feel that well as well. What can I do to do the same? And I think that's really exciting that you're doing it in that way. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of people now are looking for someone or that is representative of the lifestyle that they're after. And things can be marketed to you on TV or in the radio, whatever, but you want it from a sincere, organic approach, and that's all we do, really. And all I do is, when I share my healing journey, how I lost 30 pounds, and my asthma and my allergies were way reduced, almost to nothing. People are curious. They struggle with allergies. They want tips, lifestyle choices that could help them too. So that's all we'd offer. We're just sharing it. Yeah,
we actually have another nurse that just joined us. Well, ex-nurse, I guess. I don't know if you're still practicing, but Jess, can we hear a little bit from Jess, if that's okay? Yeah.
Hey, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Hey guys. Sorry I'm so late. I just got my kids to bed.
Nice and early.
Well, I kind of just joined, so I'm not sure what you guys were talking about, but yes, I used to work as a nurse. It was very hectic. I actually ended up leaving nursing to be a full-time mom to my 2 kids, and joined with Purium about a year ago. So I don't know what you guys want to know, but
well, just continue. I mean, in terms of so as a nurse, right, it was how that was, and then versus now, how you're able to more holistically help people, and how it, just your experience with the products and the lifestyle.
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, I loved being a nurse. I loved working in healthcare. I worked as a labor and delivery nurse, but hospital life was very hard, and it took a huge toll on my own personal health. I pretty much burnt out because working nights and all the schedule changes all the time. It was super hard on my family, and I just couldn't balance it anymore. Of course, I'm always still interested in helping people, and I think all of us as nurses, have this passion to help people achieve their health goals and help them be healthy and feel good. And much of our work as nurses is preventative care, which I feel like when we work in the hospitals, a lot of times that gets a little bit lost, because we're so focused on illness all the time. So yeah, I actually joined Purium because it helped me. It was helping me with my health, helping me with my anxiety and depression and just feeling amazing. And once I realized that, I was like, I have to share this with other people so that they can start feeling good too. So it kind of was like a nice balance between well, having my flexible lifestyle, because I can work whenever I want. I can work as much as I want or as little as I want. And I can truly help people. So a lot of I just basically share how the products help me, and then I just let people come to me with those kind of things. And then hearing their successes really motivates me to continue sharing and letting people know about these products.
Okay.
So
What's wrong?
yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now.
Oh, we muted you. Sorry, Jess.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I am right now. I love that I have flexibility now. I can, come on calls when I need to. I can work from home. I don't have to work night shifts anymore. And yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. I just wanted to add, these are so many of the things why I was so excited to get into the company myself, the amazing products and shifting from working in healthcare. So understanding health in general, health and the body, I found it a really easy transition because people did look to me and can look to you for a better, bigger understanding or bigger knowledge of health and looking for answers. So working as an osteopath, I had patients in, same thing. I felt like I was working in sick care instead of healthcare, as getting people from not doing well to better, but it wasn't to thriving and to really living. I found things like a lot of my patients who they're coming back with multiple or repetitive inflammatory problems like tendinitises here and then there and everywhere. They had a low level of inflammation, and I knew that had to be addressed, but it couldn't be addressed the way I work with my hands. So I was always referring them on to someone else, a nutritionist or a naturopathic doctor, to address these deeper gut health issues that were, leaky gut, creating inflammation throughout the system. And now I'm excited to have products that I can recommend or also give other people's stories through the company to help in a similar way. That's the way I'm meshing it with what I currently am doing. And so it can be an amazing adjunct to what healthcare practitioners are currently doing, or a good transition, which is amazing. And the other part that I love about this company is the community and the training that's offered. Coming from healthcare, I don't work on these square things that have keys. I work on people. So it was a little bit intimidating making the jump, but I felt like my hand was held the whole way, fully supported. All questions are answered, all information related to how you do things online, how you do conversations in person, and how you get your message and story out there without feeling like you have to sell. Again, that living by example, be the story that people also want to have a similar story in their life. That really spoke to me, which is part of what brought me in. And as well as you spoke, thank you so much, Jess, for saying that. When I worked in a clinic, I had to work in the hours the clinic set up. I had to ask for my vacations. I had only had so much vacation, and time off was allowed or not allowed. And now in this business, working for myself, creating my own hours, working from where I want to work, and no capped salary. When I was an employee, I had a cap salary. When I was fee for service, I could do in a day, and it was burning me out as well because I was trying to work more hours to make things work. I maxed out at my salary 10 years ago, and there was no more increases available to me. So that's when I started wondering, how could I add to this to also help more of my patients and help myself in a synergistic way? And that's why I'm really excited about this business and as well the amazing community. It's just such an amazing connection. So I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And it could be really isolating out there. So definitely community is medicine as well. And, having a community where everyone is just, supporting each other. We're incentivized to support one another. There's no competition. I think that is really healthy. It's like breeds a really healthy environment. And I definitely haven't seen anything else like it in other structures. So like this is really has been a blessing.
Absolutely. I was so excited about that. In clinics, I was building someone else's business, right? And sometimes I had experiences, and I know some healthcare workers currently are having experiences where they don't feel supported by their employer. When you work for yourself, you're the only person that you have to speak to at the end of the day, and the community is so supportive. It's collaborative, which I love. We are working together to help each other grow and flourish, and then through that help people grow and flourish in their lives and health. So to me it was a win-win in all ways.
You're a great example. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to follow you because it's what's it's definitely what's needed more in the world. And I know that healers need healing, so that's for sure. Healers need healing themselves, and I just know there's another way than what's.
And the healing space shouldn't be exclusionary, where we all have our own journeys to share and that other people could benefit from. So here's a platform for that, where you're given the tools and the know-how and a community to share it.
We can empower our patients. So like in terms of instead of keeping your patients as patients, we can empower people to share their story and help them help other people. And
Absolutely. And I joked with myself, because that has always been my goal, and I'm sure all the goal of healthcare workers is to not have to need your patients to come back. At the same time, my coworkers joked that that was a terrible business model, because then they don't come back. So then you need consistently new patients. But in this way, with the Purium business model, again, it's a lifestyle that you're creating. So then that's creating the passive income and the recurring income. So you want to send them off and in their health and wealth, or in their health and excitement, to continue. So to me, that's the best business model. So that's great.
Yes, exactly. And we get actually paid to have them heal, as vice versa.
We don't profit from illness. We profit from wellness.
We profit from them welling, because when they're well, then they're helping more people. So it's like, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. Do we have any questions from anyone? That's a good one. No, I don't think that we do.
Well, it was such a great call. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And anyone who is on this call, if you have any questions or would like any more information, please reach out to whomever invited you. And if you're watching the replay, the same thing. Whoever sent you this replay, please reach out for more information. And I'm just wanted to really say thank you. I'm really grateful that you're here today to hear what we're excited about creating and helping others.
Grateful to be partnered with
Miranda.
you. Thank you.
Jess and everybody.
Thank you,
Nisha, for sharing.
Yeah.
Go nurses.
Yes. We need you guys healthy.
Bless you all.